Both the Frontier and the Pursuit work great with a motor. Now there's a variety of different styles of motors, types of motors, and motor accessories that we have, so I want to give you a rundown on using a motor on your Nucanoe, kind of touch on the highlights, benefits, and a couple tips for doing so successfully. So first off is a transom mount trolling motor. This is going to be your simplest, most cost-effective, just kind of easiest way to put a motor on your Nucanoe. It works great on both the Frontier and the Pursuit. The transom mount trolling motors are generally in the 30 to 55 pound thrust range. Any of those will work just fine, and a 30 to 36 inch shaft. 30 would be ideal, but 36 is going to be fine as well. Now these motors are going to give you decent power, really nice control, and just kind of ease of use. A couple of things that we recommend with the transom mount motor. First off is the transom motor plate. This is going to protect the transom on your Nucanoe and also lock that motor in so it can't slide off or come off while you're out using it. Second is the tiller extension handle. This is going to give you really full control, really easy control from the seat position, even if you're going solo sitting in the middle on the Frontier or the Pursuit. So that's the transom mount trolling motor, a great simple solution for motorizing your Nucanoe. The second option is the bow mount trolling motor. Now this is kind of the high-end, like really nice, lots of bells and whistles, lots of great features. And first and foremost there is awesome for control, because you can control it with either a handheld remote or a foot pedal. So while you're standing, while you're seated, full control of the motor in one hand or on one foot. And that's really nice. They have great power, and the motors from Motor Guide and Minn Kota, which are both compatible with our bow motor mounts, have lots of great advanced features like spot lock or iPilot or GPS integration, and even fish finder integration on the Motor Guide motors. So this, all things considered, probably is the best solution. Gives you the most options, the best control, and is easiest to use. Finally, we have the gas outboards or the propane outboard or the Torqeedo Travel Series. Now these are going to have awesome power, so they're great going long distance, point A to point B, without a lot of navigation or maneuvering. They're not quite as easy to control, so they're difficult to use kind of for while you're fishing, maneuvering in and around areas, or constantly turning it on and off to go from point A to point B to point C, point D. So those really excel in going for a long haul, straight distance, really expanding your range when you're out on the water. Now when using the transom mount or bow mount motors, we strongly recommend our plug and play motor kits. The biggest advantage to these is going to give you internal wiring. So you simply plug in your motor, plug in your battery, and away you go. Now with the motor at the stern or the bow and the battery at the opposite end, you get great weight balance. So the boat is trimmed out evenly, and you're not having to slide the seat way forward to compensate for the weight of a motor and a battery right next to each other. Plug and play motor kits also include the transom motor plate, tiller extension handle, and the retract cord, and the battery box for the transom mount version, or the bow motor mount plate, and the battery box for the bow mount version. So really it's an all-inclusive kit that includes everything you need short of the motor and the battery. So there you have it, lots of great options for motorizing your Nucanoe, and great accessories that make it work really awesome for you out on the water.